I'm going to make sure I have these two little guys, just two of them because we're about to do both these walls. So we're going to come up here, here. Sometimes that happens, it's fine. We just want to make sure all the way back. There you go. You're going to notice it's going to butt up together. So if this is too far forward, it's not going to sync up. And same way if you shift it off too far back, it's probably not going to be on track. But you should see them in line. So you're going to squeeze these together. There's going to be two holes in the corner that you can fill up there. You could also get a step stool and see, but basically you can push them in and that just falls in there. And then if you want to, you can always tap them in there with this. You can wait to do the second one if you wanted. But basically, here comes this wall. Slide it into place. There you go. Slide all the way back. So once again, it's slid all the way back. It won't go in. And a lot of times you're gonna be like, "Why I want to go in?" It's because you're really not all the way back. And you're not evened up. So once again, have another U bracket, and you're just gonna put it in there. You should. Most of the time they slide in. Sometimes they don't slide in that well, but if you do, congratulations, you're lucky. But we could tap it in. You shouldn't have to whack them hard. Just tap them in a little bit. It should fall into place. Okay. So from here, I usually go ahead and start doing the wiring because we can do all the wiring on the corners. So to do so, there's going to be two screws right here. Pull out. They're two Phillips screw head screws. I did take this off to make it a little easier to get this wall in because it was having a hard time falling into place. So we've taken 4 screws out. Try to get you a little closer so you can see. Okay, so we have 2 screws that hit that bracket into here, and then we have 2 that go into these, like in between the 2, and then we have 2 more that go on this far left side. All right, a little more. All right, just put that out of the way. So you should have 6 screws. Okay, and all we're going to do is connect the wires. And I do have another video on these, but I'll go ahead and do it real quick so you can kind of see how quick it can be. The wires are just kind of thrown up in them, like in the corners. So you can just kind of pull them out. They should all match one of these easily. Often they have little squares on them or colored symbols, so it's pretty easy to follow them. Even if it doesn't have colored symbols, you can only tell the texture of the actual plug itself. As some of them are clear, some are full on white. Usually if it's a clear and a white one, it's similar size to another one. So it's pretty easy to tell the difference on them. That's a pain. All right. Let's see here. I have this one right here. Purple triangles. They just snap in. Triangles, snap in. Pretty easy to tell which way they go. They normally won't go in unless they're the right way. There we go. So there's all those. Back in. To make the wall piece fit in again, you're gonna have to kind of shove them back in the corner. So this one has a piece of tape on it, so we have to take the tape off. Go ahead and take the tape all the way off. Throw that over there in the trash. And then we're going to have these pieces. This one's going to have a little cord that actually screws together. I like to start with that so if it gets in the way it's not hard. To where if you wait to the end it can kind of be a pain. sometimes, but it just plugs in and you twist it. It has a little notch in there that you can line up to make sure you're in line with it and you're going all the way in. Okay, so the green square to green square, clip to clip. You're gonna hear them snap in. It's pretty easy to make sure you're doing it right. Orange to orange, square, and then occasionally you'll have blue to purple square. That doesn't really happen that often, but like I was saying, usually they're not going to match up with the other one exactly, and they'll only match up with the one that you can fit. Okay, so there's the back wall. So we pull this back right wall out, just make sure you get all your cords out, and we do the same thing. So orange to orange, just slides in, make sure it's a solid connection. Got orange to orange, octagon, blue octagon. The more you do these, the more you can kind of get pretty comfortable with them, especially because you start realizing that it's not only the symbols, but that some of them look different because they're clear and not fully white.